This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
If you know, that's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around? It's a foot race. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 79 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Give to Cook out of the gun. Got some room at the 30. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Minnesota.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14. Buccaneers 7.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
On the tackle.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Cook. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
On the carry.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Brady trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Credit the tackle to Jalen Holmes. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
He was covered by Prince Amukamara.
Switch. Deuce.
Shotgun now for Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
For the Buccaneers.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Winston going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle here to Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine. Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike, 55, 72.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rob Gronkowski, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Vikings 28, Buccaneers 14. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects now to return it.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 44.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 44-yard line. On play action, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point try now for Succop. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Makes the score Vikings 28. Buccaneers 21. Ryan Succop set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive first and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Now a run with Cook. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 6-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Now Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Daniil Hunter on the stop. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
And he puts it through.
That will tie the game. 28 all. Ryan Succop set to kick off.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Now K.J. Osborne. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 45 yards.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cook. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Cook. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 15-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
2nd and goal from the 1. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Score, Vikings 35, Buccaneers 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check. 55 to Mike.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now a play fake. Brady. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Check. Mike 55. Regular. Check pass.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Evans. A gain of 28 more yards.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They go back to the ground with Jones.
And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Suck up for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
That ties the game, 35-35. Suckup set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Wait, 53! Check, 55, come on! Here we go, here we go! Mike, 55. Right there, you missed. 55. Watch the out. Watch the out. Gold 50. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. Hey, watch the slant. Alabama.
On play action, now Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat.
Brady's pass.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Brady to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
34-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. On now is Ryan Succop for the field goal try. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. On now is Ryan Succop for the field goal try. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight.